Well, rise and shine, Tampa Bay. We've been kicking things off mild and muggy as we get ready to head out the door. And I do think those storm chances that we've been talking about for Father's Day, yeah, they're looking more and more likely for it later today. I'm going to walk you through the exact hour-by-hour timing and how you may have to change up Dad's plans just a bit.
A Polk County deputy steps in between a mom and daughter fighting. What happened next? It led to one of them being shot. And just months after the massive fire at Notre Dame Cathedral, a milestone mass, but with caution. Plus, you think your dog is a star? Well, don't we all? Netflix is giving you the chance to give your pooch a shot at fame. Natalie's paying attention.
Yes.
Stay tuned. We'll talk about that. It is Sunday, June 16, 2019. You are up on the bright side. Hashtag on the bright side. Let us know what you're doing today, how you're celebrating Father's Day. A happy Father's Day to all of you watching. I'm Josh Sidorowicz.
And I'm meteorologist Natalie Ferrari. We'll celebrate Father's Day today. However, I'll just say,
I want a however.
Yeah, I'm gonna however you guys.
These howevers lately.
Pretty hard today. Because you're gonna want to be flexible with any of those outdoor plans, and I think usually Dad is pretty flexible with changes.
Dad goes with the flow.
So with the flow. And Dad, get the golf out now because later today you're gonna be dealing with the kids running around in circles inside somewhere with those chances for showers and storms. Yeah, no kidding. Right now the radar is thankfully staying quiet and clear. Now today actually could be one of the cooler days because we're going to likely be looking at a lot of rain-cooled air. I'm going to talk to you about the exact timing as far as when some of the better storm chances will arrive across the Tampa Bay area and how that will have you again changing up just when you want to spend time outdoors. We'll walk you through that in just a bit.
Cool in quotations, right?
Yeah.
We want to make the most of the time that you've got with us here this morning, so let's get you in the know. A woman shot by a Polk County deputy is waking up in the hospital this morning. Deputies say the woman and her daughter, they were pulled over, arguing inside of their vehicle right here on Carl Boozer Road in Haines City. The daughter apparently kept yelling that her mom was going to shoot her. The deputy says when the woman ignored commands and then ducked down and came back up, he feared for his life and shot her. This Hillsborough County man is now facing first-degree murder charges. Deputies say Jonathan Christ shot and killed another man Saturday morning outside of Club 92. That's on North Falkenberg in Tampa. Christ was later picked up during a traffic stop. The family of a woman murdered more than a decade ago in Sarasota finally getting some closure. Georgianne Smith, she was brutally beaten in her home in 2009, but it was new DNA evidence that recently finally led detectives to a man already on death row for another killing. Well, this past week, a jury found him guilty.
We just thought, well, it's been all these years, we're never gonna see a conviction. I was just over the moon. I was just so happy to finally have closure.
Smith has already been on death row for another murder in 2009, convicted of killing Kathleen Briles, the wife of a prominent doctor, in her Terra Sia home. Well, another sad reminder of why it is so important to move over when you see police parked on the side of the road. A Colorado state trooper was killed Friday night investigating a crash on an interstate. 37-year-old William Moden died at the hospital. Several agencies held a procession for him yesterday. He'd been a state trooper for 12 years. A milestone mass at Notre Dame Cathedral last night. A small group of about 30 people attended a service there. It's the first in the 2 months since that massive fire. They met in a side chapel behind the iconic gold-plated cross that miraculously survived the fire. For safety reasons, though, as you can see, everybody had to wear hard hats. That included the Archbishop. Health officials in North Carolina, they are warning people that they may have been exposed to the highly contagious measles at a coffee shop. So far, there have been no confirmed cases, but a possible case may have been infectious at a Durham coffee shop called Bean Traders on Monday.
Yes, you come out in a rash, you got just your whole body, whole skin is covered in like red blotches. You just felt miserable. It's like having the flu.
Measles, of course, is a highly contagious virus, spreads through coughing and sneezing in contact with all of that gross stuff that comes out of your nose and mouth when you are infected. Experts urge the best and easiest way is to get a vaccination to protect yourself. Well, some happy news here this morning. A lost service dog is back with his owner hours after disappearing after a car crash in Crystal River. Citrus County deputies said the 1.5-year-old named Draco got spooked and ran off into the woods after that crash. Well, Operation Barbecue Relief, it provides meals to first responders and victims of natural disasters. But now the organization is expanding, and they kicked off their non-disaster relief program with a big trip here. Retired Army Green Beret and combat wounded amputee Jay Collins traveled from LA to Tampa over 50 days. He helped so many people along the way. Brightside reporter Madison Allworth is live with him now on the Suncoast Trail in Tampa. Madison, he traveled a long way to get here in time for Father's Day.
A long way is right this morning. Just an incredible guy with an incredible outlook. His work's not done. Warrior Games next weekend. They're going to be serving there too. So we'll talk more about that coming up.
Yeah, tough journey for anybody, let alone an amputee, but what a lesson to teach his family too. All right, we'll see you in about 30 minutes, Madison. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at some of the other things that are happening across Tampa Bay today. For Father's Day, if you're looking for something to do with Dad, a lot of options. Fathers getting free at the Florida Aquarium, Dinosaur World, and Zoo Tampa. Vertical Ventures in both St. Pete and Tampa locations also offering a free day pass to their indoor rock climbing gym. Or if he's maybe more into golf, Topgolf has some special discounted deals for Dad as well. We've got all those and then some posted to WTSP.com.
It's going to be a great weekend. Just with a little sprinkles here and there.
Yeah, you got to put a little damper on it, don't you?
I gotta let you know what's going on out there. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read and watch what's going on at the same time, but check this out. Netflix wants to know if your pup, or my pup, wants to be a star. Producers of the popular Netflix series Dogs are looking for their next cast. They're looking for touching tales involving, well, you guessed it, tails. The first season of Dogs focused on one extraordinary dog. They even followed those stories across the globe. Interested in getting your four-legged friend in on the action? Use the hashtag #NetflixDogStory or tag @NetflixDogs on social media to enter.
You think your dog has what it takes?
An extraordinary story. I mean, a ball of perfection. I have to.
Yours is just a ball of perfection.
How do I elaborate more on that?
So should we put ours in the running here? Oh, we might be a little biased. There's my Bo.
I love him so much.
There's yours.
Guys, oh, my little stinker.
That's cute.
I love them so much.
I think they could make it. They could make the cut, right?
I gotta think of so this one right here, the black lab. You'd think, the husky controls her. No, where she goes, he goes. She's also older, but she's like Mama Bear. Like,
oh, really?
Listen to me.
Okay. Cute.
Oh, little fur babies. I could just stare at that all day.
We always told Bo that he's a model. So he's...
Because he is.
He is a model.
And during the break, you were telling me how he's becoming more vocal, too.
Oh, yeah. If we ignore him even for a little bit, I won't...
I love
gets right up in your face.
What do they do?
I'm not going to do it.
I love when they talk back.
He is. He's talking back. He's in his testy teen phase now.
We'll get out of it.
All right. No sunshine? No problem. That's what one mom-to-be said for her pregnancy photo shoot, and the results, dramatic. Preparing to welcome a new baby, it can be an exciting time.
Always.
I would imagine.
Always.
Yes. A lot of moms-to-be, they do those pregnancy photo shoots too. And then there's this mom who was not about to let some storms spoil her shoot. Look at this.
Oh, can I be your friend?
I would say she made the right call. This is in
yes.
Tennessee. Talk about drama with that backdrop. I guess they were going up the hill. It started out sunny, didn't end that way. And lucky for them, the rain started to fall just as they were wrapping up that shoot. You said when we went into commercial break, this is like hashtag goals.
This is a meteorologist's dream photo shoot.
Yeah?
Like,
I mean, I would imagine this is like the pinnacle.
Not even close to expecting, and I'm like, so can I do something like that?
These are really cool.
I had a meatball sub yesterday. Can I do that?
Look at my food, baby. Oh. And we're back on camera.
I liked it.
You know what?
Let me go do this thing.
I'm just gonna stay over here. You go do your thing. Oh my God.
We're gonna talk more about that later. Oh, that's gold. In the meantime, fathers, let's talk about daddies out there today. It's better time warming up.
a measly $2. If Chile somehow pulls off the miracle, a $100 bet will pay $8,500. Over-under is 5 goals. Remember, the U.S. just scored 13 in their last match, so probably going to see over 5 goals.
What the Florida? Once again, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Please tell me this one's better.
This one's a little funnier than last hour. It was a little rough last hour. All right, they say possession is 9/10 of the law. Maybe even more so when it's right on your nose.
Uh-oh.
To be fair, he did tell Hillsborough County deputies the white powder on his nose was not his cocaine.
No, he did not.
He sure did. Also worth noting, though, that when deputies searched the car further, they did find more cocaine, some pills, and about half a pound of marijuana. But hey, that is his story, and he is sticking to it.
No, he's not. You've got to be joking me.
No, this is...
Is this a picture
That's him.
he took or the sheriff
Well,
took?
no, this is what the sheriff
You
took.
can see the cop lights in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's like,
so
officer,
it's not mine. I'm just, holding it for a friend.
That's an excessive amount of...
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Good job, Katie.
Our producer whispers jokes into our ears while we're doing it.
That's an excessive amount of illicit drugs.
Well, like I said, it wasn't his, so he was just the messenger.
Okay. Okay, buddy.
All right, beyond your breakfast here this morning, we're checking out a new local restaurant experimenting with some serious flavor that's food for thought. Well, you're probably eating breakfast right now, but hey, it's never too early to start thinking about dinner, right? Well, this morning, 10 News resident foodie Candace Aviles is taking you to Edison Food and Drink Lab along West Kennedy in Tampa, where the chef is born and raised right here in the Bay Area.
You know you're in the right James Beard Award nomination. Just this year, Tampa is lucky to have her.
So happy, really, to be able to do something you love and to still even have anyone paying attention to it at this point feels like a massive win.
Basil ice cream. Interesting. Edison is getting a facelift soon. They're going to be renovating the space to make it more comfortable for guests. And the chef is opening a new restaurant this summer on Bayshore Boulevard called Counterculture. Candace says she's going to plan on featuring that as soon as it opens up. All right, time now is 8:26. Let's go back out to Madison Alford live in Tampa with what she's working on for our next half hour.
Hey Josh, listen, traveling 3,000 miles over 50 days on bike, pedal bike, running, and a hand bike would be a lot for anyone. But coming up, I'm going to introduce you to a guy who did that all with just one leg.
It was just really hard, all these years not knowing.
A murder mystery solved. The big break that led detectives to a death row inmate in a decade-old cold case. A Florida dad's viral diaper changing post is leading to change across the country. And sometimes maybe a little embarrassment goes a long way. A grocery store that's shaming its customers to ditch those plastic bags. We know all about embarrassment here on Brightside Weekend.
Yeah.
Natalie knows well.
We own it, though.
We own it, though.
I have no
Are
regrets.
you kidding me? No regrets.
No
Thank you for starting your day off with us here on this Father's Day. Maybe regrettably. I don't know. I'm Josh Sidorowicz.
And I'm meteorologist Natalie Ferrari. No, because you know what? We're getting you through the hour-by-hour timing.
That's right.
And you're going to need to know every single detail when it comes to our rain
all right.
chance
I'm paying
today.
attention.
Because you're going to want to know, okay, is it the best chance to be outdoors in the morning, the afternoon? What's going on radar? And we got you. Because the exact same thing happened yesterday when it came to that timing. It was so crucial for those outdoor activities. Right now, we're staying rain in late afternoon, early evening. Keep that in mind. We'll walk you through additional Father's Day plans coming up.
There is now a $3,000 reward on the table to anyone who can help lead police to the guy accused of attacking an elderly man inside of his Hudson home Friday night. Pasco deputies say he was armed and he was wearing a mask when he broke in. He wound up stealing the elderly man's truck. Here's a quick reminder of the vehicle that investigators are looking for. It is a 2010 silver Nissan Frontier, very similar to the one pictured here. Florida tag on it is Z11EIC. The front plate on that truck reads Frank. Well, could you imagine having to wait 10 years to figure out who killed your loved one? 10 News reporter Grady Trimble shows you that was the painful reality for the family of this Sarasota woman who was brutally beaten in her home and murdered, at least until this week. Well, Smith is now serving life sentences for home invasions and now this murder. He was also sentenced to death for the murder of Kathleen Briles. Developing right now, investigators are trying to figure out what started a fight between two strangers at a California Costco that ended in a deadly shooting.
Mommy, we need to go somewhere.
Shoppers went running Friday night when the shots were fired inside of the store. Started with an argument between two shoppers. Ultimately, one of them pulled out a gun, shot and killed the other. That shooter, though, was actually an off-duty LAPD officer.
We were basically shopping for Father's Day, and we heard two people arguing and stuff, and the next thing we know, we heard 7 shots.
It's a blessing that most of us are all safe. It's just you don't think it's going to happen to you until it does.
Police are now investigating the incident as an officer-involved shooting. 2 other people were hurt, but are expected to be okay. This morning, investigators are trying to figure out what sparked a fire at this Largo shopping center yesterday. If you know the area of 119th North and Seminole, you know this just happens to be where that now vacant Winn-Dixie sits. So luckily, nobody was inside at the time. Nobody was hurt. This morning, Target is apologizing after technical issues caused a nationwide outage of the company's cash registers. Went on for nearly 2 hours yesterday. Here's part of the statement from the company saying, quote, "Our technology team worked quickly to identify and fix the issue, and we apologize for any inconvenience and frustration this caused. After an initial but thorough review, we can confirm that this was not a data breach or security-related issue, and no guest information was compromised at any time." Well, take a look. This Florida dad is calling for change after not being able to change his baby properly in a public men's restroom. Inside the restaurant bathroom, Dante Palmer, he says an everyday challenge for dads became his new mission. The photo shows him improvising to change his 1-year-old's diaper because the men's bathroom didn't have a changing table. Well, his post went viral, and soon dads across the world joined in on the cause.
End up changing a diaper on a park bench, usually on the floor because it's the safest place.
Has joined forces with Pampers and John Legend on a new effort to install 5,000 public changing tables across North America. Operation Barbecue Relief has served nearly 3 million meals to first responders and victims of natural disasters since 2011. And now they are expanding, and retired Army Green Beret and combat wounded amputee Jared J. Collins is leading that mission right here in the Bay Area. He started his new job with a huge trip. Right Side reporter Madison Allworth is with him now. Madison, what was it about that trip?
I mean, there's so much about the trip. It's a lot of people fed. Really incredible stuff. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you so much.
A lot of people fed and such a big impact. And Madison, I love it. He's already planning for next year. Fantastic story. All right, thank you so much. Madison Allworth live in Tampa this morning. Let's take a look at some of the other things that are happening across Tampa Bay today. For Father's Day, there's a few freebies to take advantage of. Florida Aquarium, Dinosaur World, and Zoo Tampa all letting Dad in for free. Vertical Ventures also offering a free day pass to their indoor rock climbing gym, and Topgolf has some special discounted deals for Dad as well. I know. All of it posted right now to WTSP.com. Did somebody say free?
I'm going to do that all morning long.
Producer Katie is like, move on.
No, we live here now. Well, check this out. Businesses all over are looking for new ways to help the environment, right?
Sure.
Well, a grocery store in Vancouver came up with a clever idea to get customers to stop using plastic bags and start bringing their own reusable shopping bags. But they're doing it with a twist. They designed their own plastic bags, which that's an interesting term.
Oh my gosh.
But it's with embarrassing messages like this. I get to read these now on TV. Colon Care Co-op is one of them. Into the Weird Adult Video Emporium. And Dr. Toe's Wart Ointment Wholesale.
Oh my.
The idea did kind of backfire though. Now everybody
wants them.
Yes, this makes no sense.
Oh, that's so what they thought people would be embarrassed to walk around with a bag that said Dr. Toe's Ointment Cream, and instead like most things, people would rather, walk around with something. That's hilarious.
No, don't. I don't understand. I get what they were trying to do with the messages, but you're producing more of what you're trying. Even if it didn't have words on it,
it is a little backward.
More.
Yeah.
To do your mess. And no, let's reevaluate.
Well, there's Natalie with the Natalie with the logic this morning.
Am I the only one?
Yes.
I haven't had that much coffee yet.
I know. That's why I'm just so impressed. Let's take this moment in. Soak it in, folks. All right. But today isn't just about dads or Natalie. It's also Sea Turtle Day. We'll take you inside a rehab center that's helping one turtle get back on its feet, paws, toes. What do they call it? All right. Today is World Sea Turtle Day. Florida is home, of course, to several species of sea turtles. Many of them, though, unfortunately are endangered, which is why the Florida Aquarium gave us an inside look at the rehabilitation process. So take a look. This is Jupiter, an endangered loggerhead sea turtle. Jupiter is the first sea turtle to be examined in the state's largest 25,000-gallon turtle dive pool. It's part of the new rehabilitation center on Apollo Beach. Staff will examine Jupiter, then transfer him over to the deeper side of the pool to see if he's ready to be released.
He was in pretty rough shape when he came in, very, very skinny, almost comatose. We've been treating him pretty intensively for the last several months. He's finally off treatment. We're just working on getting some weight back on and trying to strengthen him up. And so this exam today is just sort of a checkup, and then shifting him into our deep dive tank as sort of step one of getting him acclimated and assessed for a release, hopefully in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, and this ain't their first rodeo either. The Florida Aquarium has helped 14 sea turtles since opening the center in January. And during the commercial break, we were looking up what a sea turtle's paws are called.
I keep calling them paws.
Paws or
they're flippers.
Flippers. That makes sense. It's a sea turtle, so flippers.
And the other way, I think it's like what webbed feet. They would typically have webbed feet, the more land-based ones.
Yeah.
But they're little flippers.
Makes sense. Thank you, Google. What would we do?
Saving lives one day at a time.
One day at a time, I'm telling you.
Oh, but heading out to the beaches today, it's actually not going to be so bad for the first half of the day.
Okay, but afternoon, evening.
The thing about days is they keep going. There's more.
It gets me every time,
There's more parts of them, I know. We get to the warmest part. That tends to be the sunniest, but in our case, it tends to be the stormiest. But those temperatures come back up.
A 10 News alert right now in Polk County. Deputies are on the scene of an apparent hit and run there. We know that one person is dead. This is happening in Lakeland, and a heads up, all of U.S. Highway 92 westbound is shut down from Saddle Creek Road to Reynolds Road. Drivers are being encouraged to take a different route. Head to WTSP.com for updates. We'll also push those out to our free 10 News app. Also this morning, we are making calls to find out how a woman is doing after being shot by a Polk County deputy last night. The woman was arguing with her daughter inside their vehicle, parked on the side of the road in Haines City. The daughter apparently kept saying that her mom was going to shoot her. Well, the deputy says when the woman ignored commands, ducked down, and then came back up, he feared for his life and shot her. A $3,000 reward is now being offered for information that leads to the arrest of the guy accused of attacking an elderly man inside his home Friday night. Pasco deputies say he was armed and wearing a mask when he broke in to the man's home on Duda Road in Hudson. He wound up stealing his truck as well. This Hillsborough County man is now facing first-degree murder charges. Deputies say Jonathan Christ shot and killed another man Saturday morning outside of Club 92 on North Falkenberg in Tampa. Christ was later picked up during a traffic stop. In Largo, investigators are trying to figure out what caused a fire to break out at this shopping center on 119th Avenue North and Seminole Boulevard. It happened yesterday inside the old Winn-Dixie supermarket. No one was hurt. Well, there is plenty for you and Dad to do in the Bay Area for Father's Day. We have got all of the information on that, on freebies, discounts, and others posted right now to WTSP.com. Comedian Tim Allen has been flying high for decades. As the voice of Toy Story's Buzz Lightyear, he's the star of 2 popular TV sitcoms. But as CBS Sunday Morning's Tracy Smith tells us, the actor who played Home Improvement's Tim the Toolman Taylor has had a few monkey wrenches thrown into his life.
The last thing you said to me in bed last night was,
going on 21 years.
Television's lovable dad, Tim Allen, plus the silent killer stalking firefighters, and a celebration of the Transcontinental Railroad this Sunday morning right here on WTSP in 5 minutes. Stay tuned. But before then, Natalie has been warning us all morning, you're going to want to get your outdoor plans out of the way now. Because it's Florida's rainy season.
Yeah, that's just what we do here, like rain. You know, and if you're going to do anything in the afternoon or evening, just be more flexible with timing or, you know, being ready to bring some of those plans indoors once we get some of those downpours. Today it's a good 60% chance. If you thought yesterday was a good chance of rain, yeah, today it's going to just be as scattered, if not more areas could see some of that rain. Again, the timing would be more so towards the second half of the day. Monday, I'm looking at the exact same trend. You'll notice day by day we'll slowly tweak down those rain chances, but still almost a daily potential for some daytime heat triggered activity.
All right. Well, we thank you so much for waking up with us here on The Bright Side. Before we do go, though, we wanted to take just a moment, say Happy Father's Day to all of the dads out there, to all of our dads as well from the entire Bright Side Weekend team. We hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Here's our dads. Take a look. Whoop, whoop.